Salute. It's your guy that Kevin speaks, Vegeta's Pain. Vegeta's Pain. First and foremost, salute and shout out to all the Saiyans. The Saiyans being a fitness conglomerate comprised of calisthenic and weightlifting athletes that all come together for a common purpose and to embody something bigger than ourselves. So first and foremost, shout out to all of the Saiyans all over and worldwide. So now without further ado, right? Welcome back. It's Vegeta's Contemplations, right? This is a segment where I talk about the things that I've been thinking about, right? Because I enjoy asking people, right? What's been on your mind as of late? What sort of ideas and concepts have you been mulling over just in your quiet moments, right? So I figured that whenever I sort of feel an impulse, you know what I mean? I'll hit that red button and we'll get this conversation going, but on a more universal, right, platform. Because now, unlike any other time in human history, we have the ability to converse on an everyday basis with people on the other side of the globe. We have an incredible opportunity to be able to connect and truly, right, have this synergy that I personally believe was meant when we were first put here, right, for us to live harmoniously and lovingly. So, with that being said, right, today I wanted to touch on an interesting topic, right? I want to talk about how is it that you highlight individuals for doing good. So oftentimes they talk about us needing to mention to people when they're doing something wrong, right? So we should acknowledge and teach people how to treat us. And I absolutely agree. I agree that we teach people how to treat us, and we should take that process very, very seriously, right? But on the flip side, right, I think we do a job of leaving it incomplete. Let's teach people how to treat us by acknowledging the negative things they do so they no longer do that anymore, right? But do we teach people how to treat and or engage and navigate us by acknowledging the positive things that they do? Do we teach people how to treat us not just by acknowledging and highlighting the negative things they do that we don't like, but do we also highlight and acknowledge the positive things that they do, right? Because call it what you like, right? But you're training people. You're teaching people how to engage you. How are you doing that? Are you only acknowledging negative behaviors, or are you also giving kudos and highlighting positively when people are doing things that you do appreciate? Now, why do I ask? I ask because as an educator, right, but really an edfluencer, right? So more so as an edfluencer, what I've been able to sort of extrapolate during my time in education is that when I highlighted things that young people did that were positive, I realized that got me a lot further than just constantly acknowledging behaviors that I didn't appreciate. Now, it's absolutely necessary when instilling discipline, especially in young men and women who share my reflection. It is absolutely important and imperative to acknowledge behaviors that are not advantageous or conducive to the way that they're living their lives or navigating the school environment. With that being said, I absolutely have seen the benefit of acknowledging and highlighting positive behaviors. I see the smile on their face, right? And you're also equipping them with the knowledge and the know-how to get attention outside of exhibiting negative behaviors. So I'm using my experience as an influencer to sort of highlight a much larger point. I don't think we should just isolate this to young people. Right, we definitely want to engage our young people like this, especially those of which whose minds are still developing. But we also want to deal with adults like this, right? I personally believe that transparency is the missing key in our education. Oh, apologies. Transparency is the missing link in communication, which oftentimes leads us astray. I've had several situations recently where being transparent required an intense level of vulnerability, but it allowed us to bypass the normal patterns of behavior, negative before it gets positive, right? But acknowledging where we were financially, where we were mentally, all of those things helped aid and benefit the actual navigation because we understood where the person was at financially, mentally, and otherwise, and we were able to navigate based on that. So, transparency and communication is incredibly important. But with that being said, please, not just the young people in your life, your parents, right? Your friends, right? Other adults in and around your space. If you can start to highlight respectfully the things that people are doing that you enjoy, that is an affirmation, and I think that is also teaching people how to treat us, right, without always having to focus on the negative, right? So with that being said, please spend some time highlighting positive behaviors, whether it's children, nieces, nephews, right, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your teachers, whoever these people may be to you. Please highlight their positive behaviors and see and let me know, right, if it starts to impact and change the way that they show up. With that being said, much love, salute. I want to thank you for the time that it took to deliver this message, as always and per usual. And with that being said, y'all have a wonderful Friday and an even better weekend. Much love and salute.